Imagine finding a single penny that could change your life forever. Now, imagine that penny is sitting in a jar somewhere in your home, overlooked, forgotten, and worth up to $5 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable that it has collectors scrambling to get their hands on one. But do you have one? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and how this penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. Now, before we uncover the secrets of this million-dollar penny, let's address a question I know you're asking: why on earth would a single penny be worth so much? It's a fair question, and the answer lies in a fascinating combination of rarity, history, and the sheer demand from collectors. But I'll warn you, the story of the 2009 no-mint mark penny isn't just about numbers. It's about the mystery, the chase, and the thrill of potentially striking it rich with something as ordinary as a penny. First, let's set the stage. It's 2009, a year marking the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent and the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. To commemorate this, the U.S. Mint released a series of special pennies with 4 different reverse designs. But here's where the intrigue begins: a small number of these pennies were minted without the P or D mint marks, indicating where they were produced. These no-mint mark coins were not supposed to exist. Yet, they did, slipping through quality checks and landing into circulation. Talk about a lucky accident. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Most people don't even realize that their loose change could hold a treasure like this. Think about the last time you casually emptied your pocket or tossed a penny aside, thinking it wasn't worth the hassle. Imagine if that penny was the one. A coin that could fetch up to $5 million at auction. Let that sink in for a moment. Makes you want to dig through your couch cushions, doesn't it? So, how can you identify if you have one of these rare 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? Let's walk through the key details you need to check. First, inspect the date. You're looking for the year 2009, of course. Second, flip the coin to examine the reverse design. It should match one of the special Lincoln Bicentennial designs, scenes that celebrate pivotal moments in Lincoln's life, like his log cabin upbringing or his career as a lawyer. Third, and this is critical, check for the absence of a mint mark below the date on the obverse side. If there's no P or D, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Now, here's where many people make a costly mistake. They think, this can't be real. A penny? Worth millions. So they ignore it, or worse, spend it without a second thought. Don't let that be you. If you find a 2009 penny that fits the description, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. This step could be the difference between selling your coin for a few $100s and securing life-changing wealth. Speaking of wealth, let's talk about the market. Why are collectors willing to pay such astronomical sums for this coin? It's the perfect storm: a limited supply, a fascinating backstory, and a frenzy among numismatists who view this coin as the ultimate prize. Imagine being the person who owns one. Not only would you have financial freedom, but you'd also hold a piece of history, a tangible connection to one of America's greatest leaders. But here's the kicker. Time is of the essence. As more people become aware of the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, the competition to find and sell them will only grow. The value might even rise further, but the window of opportunity could close as these coins get snapped up by collectors. If you're sitting on the sidelines, you could miss out. Don't let this be another story you tell about what could have been. So, what's next? Take action. Go through your old coin jars, check your pockets, and ask family members if they have any old change lying around. You never know where this rare penny might be hiding. And if you're lucky enough to find one, remember, it's not just a penny. It's a life-changing opportunity. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Opportunities like this don't come around often. It's easy to dismiss a penny as insignificant, but as we've seen today, even the smallest things can hold incredible value. Don't overlook the potential right in front of you. That old jar of coins might just hold the key to your dream lifestyle. So, what are you waiting for? Start searching today. Who knows? The next millionaire could be you. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into rare coins and the incredible stories behind them. Your journey to uncovering treasure starts here. A small, seemingly ordinary penny sitting in your pocket could be the key to a life-changing fortune. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny that might be worth up to $4.7 million. Are you ready to uncover the mystery behind one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered? Stick with me, because what you're about to learn could turn your pocket change into a payday beyond your wildest dreams. Let's start with a story. Back in 1984, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies. Most were stamped with a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But among them, a rare few emerged with no mint mark at all. These pennies became instant anomalies, rare treasures hiding in plain sight. Why is the absence of a mint mark so significant? The answer lies in the strict protocols of the U.S. Mint. Every coin is supposed to bear a mint mark, indicating where it was produced. When a penny escapes without this crucial detail, collectors go wild. It's like finding a typo on a valuable piece of art, a flaw that turns into a fortune. Now, before you dump your piggy bank onto the floor, let's talk about what makes this coin so special, besides its ability to make you feel like a treasure hunter. Here's the exciting part: the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare. Its scarcity, combined with its condition, has made it one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. Some of these pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. But there's one in particular, a pristine, uncirculated penny, that could fetch up to $4.70 million. Now, why such a jaw-dropping price? It's all about demand. Serious collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for a coin that represents a perfect storm of rarity and historical intrigue. And here's the kicker: one of these pennies could be sitting in a forgotten jar in your attic or tucked away in an old drawer. But how do you know if your penny is the real deal? What specific signs should you be looking for? Don't worry, we're getting to that. Grab any 1984 penny you can find and look closely at the front. Do you see a mint mark? If not, congratulations, you've just found a potential goldmine. But wait, there's more to the story. Coins in better shape fetch higher prices, and collectors often look for pennies with minimal scratches or wear. If you think your coin meets these criteria, it's time to take action. Take your penny to a professional coin grader. They'll assess its condition and verify its authenticity. Research auction houses that specialize in rare coins. The right platform can make a massive difference in your final payout. The market for rare coins is competitive, and waiting too long could mean missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And no, don't try to sell it to your neighbor for a quick $20. You're sitting on a small fortune here, so, what will you do? Will you let that penny collect dust, or will you take the first step toward turning it into life-changing wealth? The choice is yours. Remember, treasures like the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny don't just belong to museums or wealthy collectors. They could be hiding in your own home, waiting to be discovered. Do you have an old penny sitting in your drawer, maybe tucked away in a jar, gathering dust? Well, what if I told you that a single 1985 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be worth up to $4.5 million? Yes, you heard that right, millions for a coin you might not even know you own. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this rare penny is so valuable, how to identify it, and how you could cash in on this hidden treasure. A man in Florida once stumbled upon an ordinary-looking penny. To him, it was just spare change, but when he took a closer look, he noticed something unusual. That penny turned out to be a 1985 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Fast forward to today, and pennies like his are fetching millions at auctions. What makes this coin so extraordinary? And could you possibly have one hiding in plain sight? Now, before you run off to check your coin collection, let's take a step back and understand why this particular penny is so sought after. The absence of a mint mark isn't just a quirky error, it's a sign of a rare production flaw that turned these coins into goldmines for collectors. But don't worry, I'll explain everything. Let's dive into the story of the 1985 no mint mark penny. In 1985, most Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia, but they were supposed to carry the P mint mark. However, due to a minting error, some pennies were struck without this mark. This small mistake created a monumental opportunity. Coin collectors love rarity, and the 1985 no mint mark penny is a perfect example of how an error can skyrocket a coin's value. Here's a quick question to break the tension: why don't pennies ever get tired? Because they make perfect sense. But seriously, don't let this light-hearted moment distract you from the goldmine you might be sitting on. To determine if your penny is the jackpot, look at the lower right side of the coin, just below the date. If there's no small letter P, you could be holding one of the rarest coins in circulation. And don't worry if it looks worn, condition matters, but even circulated versions can fetch thousands of dollars. We'll discuss grading and valuation in just a moment, so stay tuned. Here's where things get really exciting. The most pristine 1985 no mint mark pennies, graded as MS 67 or higher, have been sold at auctions for up to $4.5 million. Even lower-grade coins can bring in thousands. The key is to authenticate your coin with a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its rarity and assign a grade, which directly impacts its market value, but time is of the essence. As more people discover this secret, the market could become saturated, potentially driving prices down. Don't let procrastination cost you a fortune. Start by checking your coins today. Imagine what an extra million or two could do for your life. Pay off your debts, retire early, or take that dream vacation you've always wanted. Before we wrap up, here's a cliffhanger for you. Did you know there are even more rare pennies out there worth millions, just like the 1943 bronze wheat penny? Make sure to subscribe to this channel because we'll be covering that in an upcoming video. So, take a moment right now to go through your coins. That little 1985 penny with no mint mark could be your ticket to financial freedom. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, and you stumble upon something extraordinary, a penny with no mint mark. Now, hold on. Before you dismiss it as just another coin, what if I told you that this little piece of copper could be worth up to $4.2 million? That's right. A single penny with the power to change your life. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal why this rare 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is so valuable, how to identify if you have one, and what you must do immediately if you find it. Don't miss a second of this. It could be the most valuable 10 minutes you've ever spent. First, let's unravel the mystery. In 1986, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, most stamped with mint marks that indicate where they were made: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the twist. A small number of these pennies left the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark at all. This wasn't intentional, it was a mistake, and that mistake has made these coins some of the most sought-after pennies in the world today. Crazy, right? A mistake at the mint, and now collectors are practically fighting over these little copper treasures. Who knew making an error at work could be so profitable? So, why is the 1986 no mint mark penny worth millions? Here's the deal. Coin collectors, or numismatists as they're officially called, thrive on rarity and uniqueness. The fewer examples of a coin, the higher its value. And with these no mint mark pennies, we're talking about extreme rarity. In fact, in 2023, one of these pennies fetched a jaw-dropping $4.2 million at an auction. $4.2 million. Take a moment and imagine what that kind of money could do for you. Would you finally retire in style? Travel the world? Maybe buy that dream home you've always wanted? This isn't just about a coin, it's about the freedom and possibilities it brings. But here's the thing, not all no-mint mark pennies are worth millions. So how do you know if yours is the real deal? I'll show you exactly how to spot one next. Here's what you need to do. First, grab your pennies and a good magnifying glass. Examine each one carefully. For the 1986 penny, the date is critical, it must clearly show 1986. Second, check the space just below the date. If there's no mint mark, you've potentially struck gold, or rather, copper. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I just turned my kitchen into a crime scene with coins scattered everywhere. But trust me, it'll be worth it. Once you've identified a no-mint mark penny, don't rush to sell it. Take these 3 steps instead. 1. Have it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. This will authenticate your coin's value. 2. Research recent auction sales to understand its market worth. And 3. Consider selling it at a major auction house to get the highest possible price. But what if you don't find one right now? Don't give up. Because the rarest coins often show up in the most unexpected places. Stick around until the end, and I'll share a surprising tip that could boost your chances of finding one. Here's the bottom line. That jar of pennies sitting in your attic or tucked away in an old drawer could hold the key to life-changing wealth. All it takes is a keen eye, a little patience, and the right knowledge, and that's what we're here for. So, what are you waiting for? Start your search today. And if you find a 1986 no-mint mark penny, don't keep it a secret. Share your story, and inspire others to chase their own treasure. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to uncover life-changing opportunities. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth millions. So valuable, so rare, that it could change your entire life. A single penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, fetching over $4 million at auction. What if I told you that this coin could be hiding in your pocket change, forgotten in a jar, or tucked away in an old drawer? Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story of the 1987 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, its astonishing value, and how you could potentially cash in on this incredible treasure. Before we dive in, let me ask you this: when was the last time you really looked at your coins? Most of us don't give them a second thought, but by the end of this video, you might find yourself scrambling to check every penny in your house. Don't skip this, every detail matters, and one missed fact could cost you millions. The year 1987 might not seem extraordinary at first glance, but for coin collectors, it's a year full of intrigue. The Denver Mint, known for producing billions of coins annually, minted countless Lincoln pennies that year. However, among the masses, a select few emerged as anomalies, coins that were anything but ordinary. These pennies possess subtle yet significant differences, errors that make them extraordinarily rare. It's these errors that have collectors and investors alike willing to pay astronomical sums. The most coveted? The double die obverse and high-grade uncirculated coins, the kinds of imperfections that turn a simple penny into a golden ticket. You might be wondering, what kind of errors are we talking about? Picture this: a slight doubling in the lettering or numbers, so small it's barely noticeable to the untrained eye. Or a mint condition coin, untouched by circulation, its luster preserved like a time capsule. These aren't just pennies, they're pieces of history with a price tag to match. But here's where it gets even more exciting: one of these coins recently sold for a staggering $4.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4.2 million for a penny. Imagine what that kind of money could do for you. Pay off debts, buy your dream home, secure your retirement. Are you starting to see why this coin matters? So, how can you tell if your 1987 D penny is one of these rare gems? First, grab a magnifying glass. Yes, this is the time to play detective. Look closely at the coin's obverse, or front side. Check for doubling in the "In God We Trust" inscription, the date, or the word liberty. Even the smallest imperfection could mean the difference between 1 cent and millions of dollars. Next, examine the coin's condition. Coins graded as MS 67 or higher are the ones fetching top dollar. What does that mean? No scratches, no smudges, no signs of wear. Think of it like a flawless diamond. The better the condition, the higher the value. And here's a pro tip: if you're not sure about the value of your coin, don't guess. Reach out to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their expertise can turn your uncertainty into confidence. Still think you're unlucky? Here's a fun fact to lighten the mood. A man in Texas once found a rare penny in his sock drawer while searching for loose change. He thought it was junk, but it turned out to be worth thousands. So, yes, your old jar of coins might be a goldmine in disguise. Here's the catch, and yes, there's always a catch. The value of rare coins is influenced by market trends and collector demand. Right now, interest in rare pennies is at an all-time high. But trends change, and missing this window of opportunity could mean leaving money on the table. Imagine holding on to a $4.2 million penny, only to see its value drop because you waited too long. That's the kind of regret no one wants to live with. So, what should you do? First, start your search today. Go through your piggy banks, coin jars, even the couch cushions. Leave no stone unturned. Next, if you find a 1987 D penny, or any coin that looks unusual, get it evaluated immediately. And finally, consider selling at a major auction or through a reputable dealer to ensure you get the best price possible. Let me leave you with this: coins like the 1987 D Lincoln penny remind us that treasures often hide in plain sight. Don't dismiss the humble penny, it could be your ticket to financial freedom. So take action now. The next time you hold a penny, look closer. It might just hold the key to your dreams, and remember, the clock is ticking. Your millionaire moment could be just one coin away. Will you find it? Or will someone else cash in on what could have been yours? The choice is yours. Start searching. The 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might look ordinary at first glance, but its true value could leave you speechless. And here's the kicker: one of these pennies was reportedly worth up to $2.2 million. If you're holding on to one of these rare gems, your financial future might just be brighter than you think. Let's dive into the story behind this extraordinary coin and how you could turn it into a fortune. Now, before we get into the specifics, let me ask you this: have you ever unknowingly passed by a treasure? Maybe you've had a rare penny slip through your fingers while paying for coffee, or maybe it's sitting somewhere in a jar collecting dust. The thought of losing out on something so valuable sends chills down your spine, doesn't it? But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to ensure you never miss an opportunity like this again. Let's start with Act 1, the background. Every coin tells a story, and the 2014 no mint mark Lincoln penny is no exception. In most cases, modern pennies are stamped with a mint mark indicating where they were produced. For example, you might see a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. But in 2014, a batch of pennies with no mint mark left collectors scratching their heads. These pennies were accidentally released without proper markings, making them an anomaly in the world of numismatics. What makes these pennies so valuable? It's not just the lack of a mint mark, it's the rarity combined with their condition. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that stand out from the ordinary. And when I say top dollar, I mean it. One of these pennies, in pristine condition, was reportedly sold for an astonishing $2.2 million at auction. Just imagine what you could do with that kind of money. Pay off your mortgage. Travel the world. Secure your retirement. The possibilities are endless, but hold on, what's the catch? Let's transition to Act 2, the search. Not every 2014 penny is worth millions. To command such a high value, the coin must meet specific criteria. First, its condition must be flawless, what collectors call mint state or MS-70. Second, its authenticity needs to be verified by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. And finally, the coin must have the distinct feature of no mint mark, setting it apart from the billions of pennies in circulation. Here's a quick tip to keep you focused: grab that jar of coins sitting on your kitchen counter or hidden in your closet. Don't just glance at them, inspect them carefully. Use a magnifying glass if you have to. And if you find a 2014 penny, check for the mint mark. If there isn't one, you might have struck gold, or, in this case, copper. Still with me? Good, because we're about to get to the really exciting part. Act 3, the payday. Let's say you found a potential treasure. What's the next step? First, don't rush to sell it. Take your time to have the coin professionally graded. Remember, a verified coin fetches a much higher price. Once your coin's authenticity and condition are confirmed, it's time to explore your selling options. Auctions are a popular route for high-value coins because they attract serious collectors willing to bid competitively. But you could also work with reputable dealers or even online platforms specializing in rare coins. Here's a pattern interrupt for you. Imagine walking into an auction with your penny and hearing the opening bid start at $500,000. How's that for a dramatic entrance? It's not just about the money, it's about the story, the thrill, and the life-changing potential of owning something so unique. Now, let me hit you with a cliffhanger. What if I told you that other coins, just as ordinary-looking as the 2014 penny, are hiding in plain sight and could be worth even more? Wouldn't you want to know which ones they are and how to spot them? Stick around for my next video, where I'll reveal the top 5 most valuable coins you might already own. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Before you go, take action. Check your coins today, educate yourself, and remember, the path to financial freedom could be as small as a penny. Subscribe for more tips and stories that could transform your life, and share this video with someone who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What if I told you that one of the coins jingling in your pocket right now could be worth up to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 2018 Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. But how? And more importantly, do you have one? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this coin is so valuable but also how you can sell it for top dollar. Let's dive in. The 2018 Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin at first glance. After all, millions were minted in Denver that year. So, why would anyone pay a fortune for something so common? Here's where it gets fascinating. Rare coins like this often become valuable due to mistakes, errors made during the minting process that turn these coins into one-of-a-kind treasures. Imagine stumbling upon a rare painting at a yard sale. That's the kind of jackpot we're talking about here. Now, before you dash off to check your spare change, let's take a closer look at what makes the 2018 penny so unique. From double dies to off-center strikes, these errors can transform a humble penny into a collector's dream. And the best part? People are actively looking to buy these coins for jaw-dropping amounts. But how do you know if your penny is the one? Stay tuned, we'll get to that in just a moment. The 2018 Lincoln penny you're looking for isn't just any old coin. Collectors are searching for specific error coins. For example, one of the most coveted variations is the double die penny. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. If you've ever squinted at a penny and thought, wait, are my eyes playing tricks on me? It could be a double die error. And that error could be worth thousands, even millions. Another sought-after variation is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is misaligned during minting, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Think of it as a misprinted stamp, only much rarer and far more valuable. So, when you're examining your pennies, look closely. The tiniest imperfection could be your golden ticket. Lighting is everything. Use a magnifying glass under bright light to inspect your coins. You'd be surprised what you might uncover. Imagine finding a coin worth $50,000 or more in your couch cushions. Sounds crazy, right? But it happens. A Colorado man recently sold his error penny for over 6 figures. Are you next? Now, you're probably wondering, what do I do if I find one? First, don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. Many people undervalue these coins because they don't know their true worth. Instead, consult a reputable coin dealer or submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can authenticate and grade your penny, increasing its market value exponentially. Timing is everything. The market for rare coins is booming right now, but it won't last forever. Collectors are eager to buy, and prices are at an all-time high. Waiting too long could mean missing out on your chance to cash in, and if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. We've got you covered. Subscribe to our channel for more tips on identifying valuable coins, negotiating with buyers, and maximizing your profits. Don't let hesitation hold you back. This could be the financial breakthrough you've been waiting for. As we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: every penny has a story, but only a few have the power to change your life. The 2018 Lincoln penny is one of those rare opportunities that come around once in a lifetime. So, take action today. Check your pocket change, dig through those old coin jars, and see what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. And remember, the clock is ticking. Your $1,000,000 penny might be closer than you think. Will you seize the opportunity or let it slip through your fingers? The choice is yours. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pennies lead to prosperity. Did you know that a single penny could be worth up to $3 million? Imagine finding a small fortune hiding in your spare change jar or tucked away in an old drawer. The 1964 Lincoln penny is one such coin, and today we're diving into why this humble piece of copper could transform your financial future. When was the last time you checked your pocket change? What if I told you that overlooking this simple habit might cost you millions? Stick around because I'm going to share the key features that make this coin so valuable and how you can cash in on its incredible worth. Let's start with the story behind the 1964 Lincoln penny. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1964, this penny might seem like just another coin from the era. However, not all 1964 pennies are created equal. Certain rare variations, minting errors, and pristine conditions can catapult their value into the millions. These factors make the 1964 penny one of the most sought-after coins among collectors and investors. Why are collectors willing to pay such astronomical prices? It's simple: scarcity and demand. Specific errors, such as double die obverse or repunched mint marks, create unique coins that stand out in the numismatic world. Combine that with a coin in near-perfect condition, and you've got a treasure worth more than you can imagine. Here's where it gets exciting. A 1964 penny graded in mint state can easily fetch thousands of dollars. But if it has one of these rare errors or variations, it can soar to values approaching $3 million. Think about it: a single coin sitting in your house right now could change your life forever. Quick question: are you feeling the urge to grab your coin collection yet? If not, here's something to ponder: how would it feel to discover you've been walking past a hidden goldmine for years? Let's dive deeper into how you can identify a potential jackpot. Now, let's get practical. How do you determine if your 1964 penny is worth millions? Here's a simple checklist. Look for the D below the date on the coin. It stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling on the date or mint mark, or any unusual features. Coins in pristine condition are significantly more valuable. If your penny has minimal scratches or wear, it could be worth grading. Get professional grading. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and certify its value. Here's the cliffhanger: in my next video, I'll reveal the exact steps you need to take to sell your rare penny for top dollar. You don't want to miss it, because knowing how to negotiate with buyers can mean the difference between making thousands or millions. Time is of the essence. As more people discover the value of rare coins like the 1964 penny, the competition to sell these treasures increases. Don't let someone else scoop up the fortune that could be yours. So, go grab your old coin jar or check your collection now. Who knows? You might be holding on to a life-changing opportunity. Have you ever held a fortune in your hands and didn't even know it? Imagine a single penny unlocking the doors to a life of financial freedom. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1973 Lincoln penny, a humble coin that could be worth up to $2.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. One penny. Millions of dollars. So, don't even think about skipping this video because what I'm about to share could change your life, or at least your bank account. Let's start with a question. How often do you check your pocket change? Most people don't even give their coins a second glance, but by the end of this video, I guarantee you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Our story begins in 1973 at the Denver Mint, where millions of pennies rolled off the presses. Among them, a rare few were struck with a minor flaw so unique it skyrockets their value. At first glance, these pennies look like every other coin. But there's a secret hiding in the details, and this secret could make you a millionaire. Now, I know what you're thinking, a penny worth millions? Sounds too good to be true. But let me assure you, the evidence is undeniable. Coin experts and collectors are constantly on the hunt for these elusive treasures, offering jaw-dropping sums at auctions. Still skeptical? Stick around because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what makes this penny so valuable and how you can identify one. But first, let's talk about fear. Imagine tossing a penny into a jar, thinking it's worthless, only to find out years later that it was your ticket to financial freedom. That's the fate of so many people who didn't know what to look for. Don't let that be you. So, what makes the 1973 penny worth millions? It all comes down to errors. Some of these coins have doubling, where parts of the design appear duplicated. Others may feature a rare metallic composition. These unique traits are like fingerprints, making each coin one of a kind and incredibly desirable to collectors. I'll explain how to spot these details in just a bit, but first, let's address something crucial. Have you ever felt like opportunities pass you by? Well, here's a chance you can't afford to miss. The demand for rare coins has surged in recent years, driven by passionate collectors and investors alike. This isn't just about finding a coin, it's about securing a future. And with values climbing higher every year, there's no better time than now to search for hidden treasures in your own home. But let's inject a little humor here. You know that drawer in your kitchen, the one filled with batteries, rubber bands, and old coins? Yeah, that's not just a junk drawer anymore. It might be a millionaire's treasure chest in disguise. So, go ahead and raid it later. But not yet. You're going to need to know exactly what to look for. Here comes the exciting part. When examining a 1973 penny, you'll want to grab a magnifying glass. Start by checking the mint mark, which should be a small d under the date. Look closely for doubling on the lettering or numbers. Then, inspect the coin's surface. Does it have an unusual shine or texture? These are all clues that you might be holding something extraordinary. And here's the cliffhanger, not all errors are visible to the naked eye. Could your penny hold a hidden fortune? We'll explore that in just a moment. Now, let's talk about selling. If you discover a rare 1973 penny, you're not going to want to sell it at your local pawn shop. To get the most value, you'll need to work with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. And here's a pro tip, don't clean the coin. I repeat, do not clean it. Cleaning can decrease its value significantly. Think of it like this. Would you rather sell an antique painting or a restored one? Collectors want authenticity. Before we wrap up, let's revisit that feeling of excitement. Imagine the thrill of finding a penny that changes everything. Imagine paying off debts, traveling the world, or simply enjoying peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. That's the power of a single coin. And it's waiting for you to discover it. So, here's your call to action. Don't just sit there. Go check your pennies, search those jars, and dig through your drawers. You never know what you might find. And if you do discover a 1973 D penny with those rare traits, you'll thank yourself for taking action today. Stay tuned for more stories about rare coins that could change your life. Who knows? Your next big treasure might already be in your pocket. And if you've enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. After all, everyone deserves a chance to turn their pennies into millions. We're diving into one of the most thrilling stories in coin collecting, a story that might just change your life. Imagine this: you're holding a penny, an ordinary 1982 penny, but instead of being worth 1 cent, it's worth a jaw-dropping $2.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, 2.3 million. But here's the catch: most people don't even know it exists. Could this life-changing coin be hiding in your pocket change right now? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to find it, and why it's so valuable. Let's get started. Every penny tells a story, but the 1982 Lincoln penny is wrapped in mystery. For those who don't know, most coins minted in the United States have a mint mark, a tiny letter indicating where they were made. But in 1982, something unusual happened: a batch of Lincoln pennies was minted without that critical mark. It's not an error, it's a deliberate choice, but only a handful of these no-mint-mark pennies have surfaced. And here's where it gets fascinating: these rare coins are now worth up to $2.3 million. Why? Because collectors love a good mystery, and scarcity drives value. Now, take a moment and think, how many pennies have passed through your hands in your lifetime? Thousands, maybe tens of thousands. What if one of those was this rare 1982 no-mint-mark penny? Are you feeling that twinge of excitement? Good. Hold on to that feeling, because it's about to get even better. The big question is, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? The answer lies in a combination of history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt. In 1982, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from pennies made of 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core. This change led to multiple variations of the 1982 penny, including some with no mint mark. Collectors have been searching for these rare coins ever since, but let's pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered why some people pay small fortunes for rare items? It's not just about the object, it's about what it represents: a piece of history, a story, a treasure that's one in a million. And when something this rare appears, it creates urgency. Collectors scramble to be the one who owns it. That's why the 1982 no-mint-mark penny has skyrocketed in value. People want it, and they're willing to pay a fortune to get it. Before we go any further, let me ask you something. What's the most valuable thing you've ever found in your change jar? Was it a wheat penny? A silver quarter? Drop your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. How can you find one of these rare 1982 no-mint-mark pennies? First, start with your loose change. Dig through those old jars, piggy banks, and couch cushions. Look closely at any 1982 pennies you come across. No mint mark? That's a potential goldmine, but here's a critical tip: you need to verify its authenticity. Many counterfeit coins flood the market, so working with a reputable coin dealer or grading service is essential. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, increasing its market value. Once you have your coin authenticated, the next step is selling it. Rare coins like this often fetch the highest prices at auctions. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers have experience handling high-value coins and attracting serious collectors. Remember, a coin of this caliber can be life-changing, so don't settle for less than it's worth. Let's pause here. Imagine holding that penny in your hand. You've verified it's authentic. You know its value. What would you do next? Pay off debt? Buy your dream home? Travel the world? The possibilities are endless, but the first step is finding that coin. Before you go, let me leave you with this: the 1982 no-mint-mark penny is more than just a coin. It's a reminder that treasures often hide in plain sight. The question is, will you take the time to look? Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Check your change, educate yourself, and seize the opportunity. Who knows? The next life-changing coin could be sitting right in your pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a moment finding a penny in your change jar that could completely change your life. Yes, I'm talking about a single coin, a 1985 Lincoln penny, that has sold for staggering amounts, even up to $2 million. That's right, a single penny worth a fortune. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin is so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can cash in if you're lucky enough to have one hiding in your possession. When was the last time you even looked at the pennies in your wallet? Go ahead, take a look later, because what I'm about to share could turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. But first, let's dive into the story behind the 1985 Lincoln penny and why it's caught the attention of collectors and investors across the nation. To understand the value of the 1985 Lincoln penny, we have to start with a bit of history. The Denver Mint, where the D Mint mark comes from, produced millions of these coins. So, how can a coin minted in such large quantities be worth so much? The secret lies in the errors and unique characteristics that make this penny an anomaly. For example, one of the most sought-after features is a double die error, where the lettering or image on the coin appears slightly duplicated. These errors are the result of misalignments during the minting process and are incredibly rare. And rarity, as any collector will tell you, is the name of the game in coin collecting. Now here's the twist. Even if your 1985 penny doesn't have the double die error, it could still be valuable due to its condition. A pristine, uncirculated coin can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. And in some cases, unique toning or small imperfections that make your penny one of a kind can skyrocket its value. Imagine this, something as tiny as a misplaced letter or a slightly different shine could make your penny worth more than a luxury car, but don't take my word for it. Just last year, a collector paid nearly $2 million for a rare 1985 penny with flawless characteristics and a documented error. What would you do with that kind of money? Pay off debt? Travel the world? Or maybe start a business? Let your imagination run wild, and stay tuned, because I'll share exactly how to determine if your penny is the jackpot coin. So, how do you figure out if your 1985 Lincoln penny is a hidden treasure? First, grab a magnifying glass and examine the coin for any unusual markings, double die features, or imperfections. Pay close attention to the date, mint mark, and the words, "In God We Trust." These are common areas where errors appear. Next, consider the coin's condition. Coins that look almost brand new, known as mint state or uncirculated coins, are worth significantly more. If your penny has been handled with care and shows minimal signs of wear, it could be worth getting professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Here's the exciting part, even if you're unsure about your coin's value, don't let it sit around collecting dust. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer or auction house for an appraisal. The process could be your ticket to financial freedom. Now, before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, those stories are worth millions. Don't underestimate the power of what might be sitting right under your nose, or in that jar of coins on your kitchen counter. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies, and who knows, you might just uncover the treasure of a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who could use a little extra inspiration today. And remember, the next time you hold a penny in your hand, you could be holding a fortune. Do you have a 2003 Lincoln penny hiding in plain sight? What if I told you it could be worth up to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny from your pocket, purse, or old coin jar might just be your golden ticket to financial freedom. Stay with me because in this video, I'll reveal why this penny is so special, how to identify it, and how you can cash in on it before it's too late. Have you ever thought a coin as ordinary as a penny could change your life forever? Most people overlook the pennies they come across every day. But what if that little coin you've been ignoring could pay off your mortgage, buy your dream car, or even fund your retirement? Sound too good to be true? Keep watching because I'll show you exactly how it's possible. Here's a fun fact: the 2003 Lincoln penny, minted without a mint mark, has sparked a frenzy among collectors. But why? What makes this coin so valuable? Before we dive into that, let me ask you this: when was the last time you actually looked at a penny before tossing it into a jar or letting it sit forgotten in a drawer? Now might be the time to go check. But not yet. You'll want to know what to look for first. Now, let's get into the details. The 2003 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't add a mint mark to its coins. So, what's the big deal? It's the condition and rarity that make this coin a collector's dream. Pennies graded at MS 70, a perfect condition, have fetched astronomical prices at auctions, with some reaching nearly $1 million. Imagine holding a tiny piece of copper that could be worth more than a luxury home, but here's the kicker: time is running out. The value of rare coins like this skyrockets as they become harder to find. Every day, more of these pennies are lost to circulation, damaged, or forgotten. Collectors are on the hunt, and the competition is fierce. That means your chance to strike it rich is slipping away with each passing moment. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if my penny is worth a fortune? First, check for the absence of a mint mark beneath the year 2003. Second, examine the condition. Is it shiny and uncirculated, or has it seen better days? Even a slightly worn coin could still fetch a significant price, but the pristine ones are where the real money's at. And don't worry if you're unsure how to evaluate it. I'll give you a simple tip in just a moment to help you get it professionally appraised. Here's the exciting part. If you think you've got one of these pennies, don't let it sit gathering dust. Get it checked by a reputable coin dealer or grading service. They'll verify its authenticity and grade it for you. And trust me, that small effort could lead to a life-changing payday. Now, here's a quick heads up: selling a rare coin like this isn't just about finding a buyer. It's about finding the right buyer who understands its true value. I've seen stories of people selling their rare coins for a fraction of what they're worth because they didn't do their homework. Don't make that mistake. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Imagine you're holding this rare penny, knowing it could change your life forever. But instead of acting, you wait, you procrastinate, and then, someone else cashes in while you're still wondering, what if? Don't let that happen. Go check your pennies today. And here's a question to end on: if you found $1 million penny, what's the first thing you'd do with the money? Leave your answer in the comments below. Who knows, your story could inspire someone else to uncover their hidden treasure. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, and turn on the notifications so you never miss an opportunity like this. See you in the next video, and happy hunting.